Okay, folks, number 17 says solve the given formula for W. Clay, that means that I want to get this by itself. Okay, what would you do first?
What's that word called?
Distribute. We want to simplify and then solve, right? Okay, and we're solving for W, so we're not going to do it any differently. Let's go ahead and distribute. We're going to get P is equal to 2L, and I'll capitalize it, just so I can tell the difference between that and 1, okay? And then we're going to get plus 2W. Thank you, Clay. Sophia, what would you do next?
I would then, well, since 2L is the farthest away from 2W, I would subtract 2L.
Excellent. All right, subtract 2L from both sides, and that's going to give me P minus 2L is equal to 2W. Now, Taylor, what do you want to do from there?
Divide 2W by 2.
Divide 2W by 2.
And then the other side.
And the other side by 2. Okay? The 2's will cancel here, and I'm left with P minus 2L over 2 is equal to W. That's all I have to do. I don't need to simplify it anymore. I just need to get the W by itself. Okay? If you... Ooh, do not do that. And I'm going to tell you why, Parker. Here's the reason. Do you see that the 2, both of these terms are being divided by 2? Okay? Now you could separate them. You could say P over 2 minus 2L over 2 is equal to W, and then cancel them, and get P over 2 minus L is equal to W. That's okay. But Parker, I think that's just more work. So it's not unnecessary. Would you stop that? Thank you. That's just unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? But if you did this, that'd be perfectly fine. Yeah, James.
Couldn't you just divide by 2 in the beginning, and then
You could.
and then just
Yeah.
get P over 2 minus L?
Yeah, here's what James is saying. Can't I just divide both sides by 2? Right? We started with P is equal to 2 times L plus W. And James saying, why can't I just do this and get P over 2 is equal to L plus W, and then just subtract L on both sides and get P over 2 minus L is equal to W? You certainly can. You know, James, the thing is, and this, like I said, this is perfect. But if you're just following a simple rule, you know, to make it easy, simplify then solve. Either of these is fine, okay? All right, let's look at the next one, okay? All right, solve the given problem. It says a helicopter leaves Central Airport and flies north at 180 miles per hour. 20 minutes later, a plane leaves the airport and follows the helicopter at 330 miles per hour. How long does it take the plane to overtake the helicopter? So they're looking for the plane's time. Do you agree?
Yes.
How long for the plane? What formula, raise your hand, what formula am I going to use here, Bella? Distance equals rate times time. Not rate times distance. Okay?
Is that rate times this, like rate time distance? Like
Distance equals rate times time. Good. All right, we'll go with that. Helicopter, and we'll put plane here. Okay? And I'm going to do rate, time, and get my distance down here. Rate, time, and distance down here. Now, Dylan,
Yes.
what's the rate for the helicopter?
180.
180. Okay? Dylan, what's the rate for the plane?
330.
330. Now, what are we looking for, Dylan?
The time for the plane.
The time for the plane. So I'm going to let the time for the plane be t. Okay? Now, the plane left 20 minutes later. So how can I represent the helicopter time?
T minus 20.
Not t minus,
plus 20.
t plus 20, but Kyle, do I want to work in minutes or hours? What do you think?
Hours.
I work in hours. So instead of saying 20 minutes, how can I represent that as hours, Dylan?
0.2.
I'm sorry, not 0.2, that's in the decimal, and that, it's
Okay,
not,
so fraction 1/5.
it's not 1/5, because there aren't 100 minutes in an hour. Think about it,
1/3.
1/3. So it's going to be t plus 1/3. You agree? Does that make sense? Because the helicopter flies longer. Okay? Now, the distance for the helicopter is 180 times t plus 1/3. Running out of time, see you at the next one.